Yo, what's going on, brother? So in this quick video, I just want to show you what uh, is entailed inside of this 30-day post-ISO shred. So, this whole title, how I got shredded and eating 6,000 calories a day. Yes, I actually was eating 6,000 calories a day at one point. Now, no, these aren't 30-day results right here. The reason why I put these photos on here is just to show you that I'm a dude with average genetics. I was skinny fat, got pretty jacked, got out of shape when I got really busy with work. I've been able to get shredded again, and I'm going to show you kind of some realistic results for what you can expect in 30 days. So I'm recording this August 19th, 2020. I believe that's the date. Yep, it is. And basically, over the last 30 days, I've come back to the U.S. from Australia, got back in the gym, and obviously gotten pretty shredded in 30 days, which I'm pretty stoked on. And I want to show you how you can achieve the same thing inside of this 30-day program that I've designed based on these principles. Now, the principle is the metabolic method for getting shredded, which is something I accidentally discovered in 2016 when I lost 27 pounds in 8 weeks because I was eating 6,000 calories here trying to bulk. But I got to a point where I just couldn't sustain that because it was just too much freaking food. And plus, I had finals. I was in college, so I got really stressed. I dropped my calories to 3,500 overnight. Now, 3,500 is still a lot more calories than most people diet on. And so, as a result, I lost 27 pounds in 8 weeks, which was pretty freaking sweet. For the first time in my life, I actually got shredded even after I'd failed multiple times with restrictive diets, keto, fasting, all that shit to get lean, which is how I discovered this method. And then in 2016, I went on to become a personal trainer after college, and I've helped hundreds of men transform. I'll show you that in a sec. But first, I want to show you, obviously, why I created the 30-day post-ISO shred, because, I had this quarantine fluff going on, wasn't happy with it, and I created this program based on what I did over the last 30 days so that you can also get results like this over the next 30 days. So again, lots of people trying to sell shit on the internet, programs, a bunch of newbie coaches who don't have testimonials. This is just testimonials from the last year and a half alone. Okay, because over the last 4 years, I used to be kind of bad about doing before afters because I just wanted to train people because I was afraid to ask for before afters. So and that's one thing too is if you're interested, I'll give you the opportunity to get a pretty solid discount on this program if you're willing to give me a before after picture at the end, which obviously I'll tell you more about that a little later. But yeah, here's just proof that this stuff works, that I know my shit. And, I can connect you with any of these guys if you want to ask them more questions about the program before you sign up. But yeah, for this 30-day shred, what you can reasonably expect is to lose about 3 to 5% body fat in 30 days while gaining muscle, because gaining muscle is part of the metabolic method, because that's actually how to be able to lose fat fast and long term without yo-yoing or hitting a rebound, okay? So if you can stay committed and push yourself for 30 days with obviously motivation and accountability from me, then I'm going to show you how to build a sick physique. Obviously, to get your dream body, it's probably going to take you longer than 30 days, but you're going to make really solid progress over the next 30 days, which are going to kickstart your motivation. And we're definitely going to destroy all the quarantine fluff that you've gained. And of course, if gyms are still shut down, I do have a bodyweight program, but the gym program is definitely better. So you can still apply for this program if you don't have gym access. I'll give you some bodyweight stuff. Just understand that you may only lose 3% body fat instead of up to 5%, because it isn't quite as efficient for gaining muscle and activating the metabolic method. So in this video, I'm going to give you a brief rundown and why this works really well for busy dudes, and then I'll let you know the details if you want to sign up for one of my 10 spots that I'm taking on in September for this program. Now, the last time I recorded this video was pretty fucking long. You can probably see below how long it is. But yeah, if you don't have 20 minutes right now, then just book a call below. I'll send you this video later. You can check it out when you do have time. That way you know the details before our call. But yeah, if you want to get results like this, just hit the button below, book in a spot so you can reserve your time, and then from there, we'll take you in a consultation. If it's a great fit, then I'll invite you to join the program. Cool. So, the method, I obviously discovered this by accident when I was eating a ton of calories and then cut those calories and realized I got shredded. Most dudes do this wrong because they try to restrict their calories, and that ends up just causing them to be miserable and feel like shit and just hate their life and not really get that great of results, and they plateau after a couple months, right? The metabolic method works long term and it works really fucking quickly, which is funny. I don't know why more people don't use this shit, maybe because they don't know what they're doing. There's a handful of coaches who use this, but I guess I'm one of the few, right? Now, I also needed something that was time efficient because I didn't have the same amount of time I did in 2016 because, right now I have 2 jobs and a business to where I don't have time to fucking train 5 days a week, twice a day, fucking 3 hours a day. It's just not realistic, okay? So, and that's part of why I got pretty fat in 2018 when I first started working 60 hours a week, because it was just too much to try to like balance all that meal prep, training, everything. So I had to develop a time efficient method. Develop the time efficient method for my clients called the strength superset method. It's worked really well for Jason. He's in his 40s, so he's probably quite a bit older than you, yet he was still able to get fucking sick results. That's why I like using him as an example. Plus, he's really busy. He's got a business, 2 kids, wife, and he was still able to drop from 21 to 9% body fat in 90 days. And actually, in his first 30 days alone, he was able to lose, I believe, like 12 pounds, which is pretty sick, right? Now, I didn't apply this to myself because I thought I was going to need to keep training for 3 hours a day like I used to, because that's what I thought my body was conditioned to. But the crazy thing is, when I actually did end up trying this for myself and combining it with one of my mentor's protocols and with some of my bodybuilding knowledge, I was able to develop a protocol for myself that allows me to train for as little as 30 minutes 3 times a week at a very high intensity. That has actually gotten me in better shape than when I was training like 5 days, 2 to 3 hours a day. And I've also developed a really sick meal prep protocol that I also got from my mentor that allows me to meal prep for like 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. So yeah, like as you can see, like Jason, it took him 90 days. Probably gonna take you longer than 30 days to get your dream body, but you're gonna get really sick results in the first 30 days, and you're gonna get a ton of momentum, which is gonna help you whether you decide to go on your own or whether you decide that you'd like to keep working with me. Which, you know, if you crush it in the first 30 days, I will invite, and you've been a great client, then I'll invite you to work with me longer. This 30-day period is kind of like a chance for you and I to test drive each other before making a longer term commitment. Okay. But yeah, so regardless though, if you're feeling like you've been fluffy and lazy over the last few months, then it's time to take charge and actually get back in shape. And I hope that this inspires you to do the same thing for yourself, because I wish that I heard that when I was here, when I had titties and a fucking belly in 2018, because it would have helped me get back here a lot quicker. Okay. All right, cool. So first thing, you know, training wise, look, this is why the presentation took me like 25 minutes last time. So I'm just going to kind of breeze through this stuff. You can pause this and read all this if you want. But basically, we break down training into the 5 essentials that you need to gain fat, lose muscle, and have a really attractive body that makes you feel super confident when you see yourself in the mirror. So, you know, training-wise, we do strength supersets. This is an example of what the first week looks like. Obviously, we progress on this, especially with the arm volume. We add a lot more arm volume and exercises towards the end. But yeah, when we combine all this, it allows us to train in just 30 minutes a day and still get really good results. But of course, you do need to be prepared to train at a high intensity and work up to that. Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to work you up to it so you don't burn out. But like, we are going to be going pretty hard by the end of the 30 days. Okay. Now, nutrition wise, I've broken it down to 6 pillars as well. And that has allowed me to create a super time efficient method. We're actually not going to have you in a deficit. We're going to have you in a surplus, which is going to help supercharge your metabolism. We're going to supercharge your metabolism using certain foods, as well as the training itself, which is also going to help you to get shredded pretty quick while gaining muscle, which is going to be pretty sick. Okay. And then obviously I've got an entire membership site that goes through all the details on this. So you'll get access to this as well as a bunch of live training from me too that go through all the details of, you know, what you need to do and how it works. Okay. Now, lifestyle wise, I'm going to help you to obviously take your schedule and find the pockets of time where you can train, meal prep, all that shit, but also understand this stuff doesn't really take that much time. Because, you know, again, I've created a really efficient method for myself and for my clients, because we're all busy dudes who work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, businessmen, entrepreneurs, busy professionals. You know, we all work long hours, which is why it's important that we have not only an efficient training schedule, but also, you know, a lifestyle that supports the kind of man that we want to be, right? Because like, this isn't just about getting a nice body in 30 days, because, you know, you can go hire any trainer, any gym, and, you know, if they're half qualified and they've got good client results, then they can show you how to do that. But I want to, you know, obviously motivate you and help you supercharge not just your fitness, but also your life. There's a very high chance you fall into a bit of a rut with your motivation in general since quarantine started. And, you know, if you fall into those lazy habits like I did during quarantine, then obviously it's time to stop sleeping in until fucking like 10 a.m. Okay, it never got that bad for me, but maybe it did for you. And to kind of kill these lazy habits, because the lazy habits, at least for me, killed my confidence, my motivation. Obviously, I didn't really achieve much when I was being lazy and shit. So part of this is obviously the accountability and the brotherhood, which I believe is actually an even bigger factor than just the nutrition and training alone, because being surrounded by other dudes who are on this journey too, who are putting in the work every single day, who face some of the same obstacles you do, being busy as fuck, you know, running their business and working a job, slash all of the above. All of these guys are super fucking busy. Most of these guys have a business, and some of these guys have a business and a job at the same time. So like, you get to be around other dudes who are going fucking hard in everything that they do. And that will help you level up massively. And as you start to level up, you're going to help these guys level up too, which is awesome because we all contribute positively to each other and build a sick environment with amazing connections. Okay. So again, the accountability is massive, and I'm going to teach you high performance habits. I'm going to help you with your schedule in the program too on an ongoing basis to make sure that you stay accountable and consistent. So if you do want to get these results right now, what I want you to do is tap the link below, book a time on my calendar to reserve your spot. If at the end of the call it's a great fit, I'll invite you to join the program. If it's not, I'll at least give you a game plan to do on your own. And then obviously if you say no at the end of the call, then obviously I'll give you some shit to do on your own too. I'll try my best to send you some free resources. But yeah, like, it's no pressure. I just need a simple yes or no at the end. Let me know if you're in or out. I don't want to force somebody to work with me because then I have to deal with somebody who like isn't all in, and I only work with people who are all in. Okay, so yeah, man. But on our call, I also want to make sure I can help you before I invite you to join. I want to make sure it is a good fit. So we'll talk about your training history. We'll talk about what has and hasn't worked with your training and nutrition. We'll talk about your short and long-term goals, and we'll build a game plan for you from there. So yeah, book in that call in the link below. Or wherever I'm posting this, wherever the link to book in a call is. And, from there, you'll be able to come in and get some killer results in the next 30 days. Like I said, if you give me a testimonial, I'll give you 50% off. For the first 10 people, obviously. Well, actually, after the first 10 people, I won't be able to take on any more people. This is a killer deal, man. Just get in on this. And again, like, my intention with this is to give you crazy results that you either give me a great testimonial, or if you're like 75% of the guys who decide that they want to keep going, 75, 80%, then you'll also be a great long-term client in my 6-month program, right? Like I said, 75, 80% of guys do sign up at the end for that. But yeah, you'll still get 50% off on the first 30 days. And yeah, like, this stuff really does mean a lot to me because I like working with dudes who are driven, who want to be the best, who I can help level up and become a leader, because if I can help you do that and you're a part of my life, that's going to help me level up my life too. So yeah, if you want these results right now, click the link below, book it in, and from there, we'll have a conversation. If it is a great fit, then over the next 30 days, we're going to get you shredded as fuck and jumpstart your life. So brother, I'm looking forward to speaking with you, and I will speak to you soon.